Yo, welcome back to a new video. Today's video, I'm going to aim to actually blow your mind on a possible long-term theory about the land of the rising sun, Yami's homeland, and how they might have special powers that allows them to detect and fight against devils. But before we jump into that, I do just want to say I have a brand new outro starting from today's video. I would greatly appreciate your feedback in the comment section down below, and do not forget, please do not forget to hit the like button. We are doing a giveaway at 500 likes, so if that's said and done, let's just jump straight into Black Clover, Yami's homeland. Demon Slayers. Alright, jumping right into it. So we know the story of Black Clover is about devils, and a devil that lives in the 5th Leaf Clover Grimoire currently held by Asta. The main villain of Black Clover, for the most part, are the devils, and especially this arc, and from what we've seen from Lolo Pichica's flashback, is that devils were once free, and they aim to once again be free. But what we know is that they somehow lost, because we know from the current timeline, the devils are trapped under a magical barrier that does not allow them to escape. Only those with no magic can enter and leave, and as far as we know, Asta and Libe are the only two people in existence that can actually do that. But anyway, the point is, the devils once lost, and we know the Black Clover world is very large from the very small hints we have with the land of the rising sun and with the dwarves that Charmy belongs to. So there is definitely more kingdoms out there, and it's not very hard to presume that the other races would have once helped with sealing the devils into the underworld. Now, the main problem here is that we once learned that only those with arcane magic, which is magic that cannot be explained by natural laws, can affect and harm devils. But as the story progresses, we have learned that more and more races have their very own special secret technique that allows them to surpass their limits and achieves a level that allows them to hurt devils. Remember, the whole point of Black Clover is someone who is born weak can become strong. Asta, a magicless little shit, born into a world where magic is quite literally everything, and he will one day achieve his goals and become the world's strongest. So if that point, that someone who is born weak, let us say not arcane, can achieve levels of power that is equal to arcane. So what am I talking about, and why does this matter to the future of the Black Clover and this current arc, and especially after this arc? And before we jump into that, guys, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe, notifications on, join Discord. We are doing a giveaway in this video at 500 likes, so if you want to be in the chance of being able to win the Black Clover Volume 29, which releases in a few weeks' time, when it releases, smash like, join Discord. It's honestly as easy as that. Okay. Let us start with what I am talking about. Every race so far in Black Clover has a method, the weakest members to be able to fight on arcane stage levels, if they put in the effort and train. The elves have the secret technique of ultimate magic that allows one to surpass their limits and obliterate their foes, and we saw Luck use this in order to defeat devils. The witches from the Witches' Forest, all whose mother are the Witch Queen, all seem to be born with different levels of arcane magic, starting with Dorothy, who is dream magic, Vanessa, who arguably is the strongest magic, being able to control fate and destiny itself, and the Witch Queen herself, who seems to be an immortal with blood magic. Even the 4 great spirits of fire, water, earth, and wind, neither of which are arcane magic, came up with their own secret technique, Saint Spirit Dive, allowing them to surpass their limits and defeat devils and demons. The dwarves, though it cannot be said for certain, are most likely the people who crafted the Demon Slayer, the Demon Dweller, and the Demon Destroyer swords, passed down generation to generation by the leader of the elves. What I'm trying to say is that every race so far in Black Clover has a way to defeat devils. Now, since every race so far mentioned in Black Clover as a method to defeat devils, then I can easily predict that the Land of the Rising Sun, which is basically Japan by the way, also have their own secret technique. For one, the Land of the Rising Sun uses a katana very similar to a popular anime we all just watched, and sadly that ended. They also have arguably the strongest power, which is ki, that can be used directly to detect devils themselves, even those that are hiding and possessing humans. During the elf arc, we learned that the devil Zagreid was possessing the elf Ronnie for the last 500 years, or possibly longer, in order to trick the humans to kill the elves so that Zagreid can one day resurrect. But during the elf arc, when Yami met with Zagreid, when he assessed Zagreid's ki, Yami only saw solid malice, which means if Yami had inspected and met up with Ronnie, it would have been very easy for Yami's ki to detect Zagreid. Using ki and knowing how to hold up something is wrong with that elf over there. I believe the Land of the Rising Sun have also developed other powers or magic that would allow them, like similar races, to fight against devils and those that are devil possessed. Now to the main point. Why does this matter? Well, for one, our main character Asta is a devil possessed, and on top of that has anti-magic, which at this level in the story makes Asta, from what we have seen, quite literally unstoppable. Once Asta learns to master his devil union, magic is going to be near almost useless against him, and since Black Clover is nowhere near ending, and we will most likely go on for another 300 to 400 chapters, hopefully, I pray, it means that the future villains in Black Clover need a way to stop Asta. And I believe the Land of the Rising Sun villain is going to be one that Asta struggles against deeply. For one, they can fully detect Asta's move using ki. For two, they have real weapons in the form of katanas that cannot be erased by magic. And three, they are excellent swordsmen. Even Yami, who was a fisherman before he ended up in the Clover Kingdom, could hold the blade and use his sword well enough to destroy almost all enemies he came across before he was adopted by Julius. At the end of the day, Black Clover is nowhere near ending. A lot of people are worried about how the power gaps are going to be affected by the time this arc with the Spade Kingdom ends. On top of the fact, how is Yuno ever going to catch up with Asta when Asta can literally erase all magic in Yuno's presence and for the most part one-shot Yuno? Even in Saint Spirit Dive, spirit magic is just magic, so how does the main rival keep up with Asta? And forgetting about the main rival, how are any villains going to be a threat to Asta after this arc unless they have their own secret technique that does not use magic? Now, I do have a future video planned for Yuno vs. Asta and what Yuno could do, but let us keep that to its own future video. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment down below. Did you enjoy my theory? Do you think the other races, including the Land of the Rising Sun, have their own secret technique to defeat devil-possessed users and devils? Where do you think Black Clover is going after the Spade Kingdom War arc? And how do you think Yuno will catch up to Asta? Be sure to subscribe, smash the like button. Also, guys, I would appreciate if you tell me what you think of the new outro that's about to play in a few seconds. Anyway, that's all from me. See you in the next video. My name is Yami, as always. Peace.